Being an Indian and also a minimalist is a huge deal, and all those minimalism videos that we watch don't always apply to our lives. Maybe you are in the path towards minimalism and don't know where to start, or maybe you have already made your plan for that minimalistic lifestyle, but you have your family or your friends you share your home with who are not yet convinced with the idea of minimalism. Whatever the reason, I got you covered.
There is a life I lead.
The thought of starting minimalism didn't scare me much, but I did face a lot of obstacles and I still do. So, here are my 7 tips to overcome these obstacles and enjoy your minimalism journey.
The other piece of my heart moves slow.
Number 1, awareness. Sometimes more frightening than the ending is the new beginning. Most of us are aware that we need that change, but the real question we need to ask ourselves is, are we ready for a new life? There is a phenomenon I have noticed throughout my life where we Indians have this habit of collecting old useless stuff. And there is a reason to it. In most of our households, buying new items means spending months of savings. So the emotional attachment came as a bonus with all of these items. This phenomenon became apparent to me when I started doing it myself. When I was shifting from my old apartment, I was overwhelmed to see how much I had. That is when I felt the need to get rid of everything unwanted in my life and my house, and also the habit of holding on to everything. So, the first tip is understanding what your relationships, your habits, or your priorities look like, and be aware of where you stand, what you need, and if minimalism can be the answer. Number 2, why power? Initially, I started minimalism without any plan, and later I had already fallen out of it without even realizing. So, no matter how many times you tell to yourself that you can do it, your choices are only gonna last if it's aligned with your goals. To be honest, willpower has very short lifespan. So before taking action, write down all the reasons why minimalism is for you. And I say write down because writing is scientifically proven to help our brain create that strong and long-lasting motivation. Keep this paper either on your bedside table or anywhere it's easy to access. And if you have written it on your iPad or your phone, then make sure you go through it at least once in a day, preferably in the morning. I can assure you that you will be able to make intentional choices in your daily life if you have your why power sorted. Number 3, make this your journey. The last thing you want to do is get frustrated by the actions of the people around you. Remember that it's your journey. So shift that focus on you and not on the people you share your space with. Forcing your loved ones might create that friction in your relationship which you don't want. Instead, try to demonstrate the benefits of minimalism by maybe decluttering and removing the unwanted items, or saving some cash by minimizing your shopping list. The goal is to manage relationships in a way that the quality remains at its high level. Make all your relationships beautiful with less conflict and more love. Number 4, make your own rules. Minimalism is not just about what you let go, it's also about what you let in. It's not just about not spending unnecessarily, it's also about not spending time on something that does not add value to your life. And these are a few of my rules. But to be honest, the best thing about minimalism is that there is no one particular rule that everyone has to follow. Just focus on your goal of being free from unnecessary in life. Please don't hesitate to find inspiration on the internet or around you, but having said that, you don't have to wear the same color t-shirt every day if you don't want to, or paint the walls white or get white furnitures, because sometimes that is what we interpret minimalism to be. Color is beautiful, and we can build our own version of minimalism. Get rid of the things that you never use, but don't go overboard with throwing away things. It's always a good idea to give it a good thought so that you don't end up buying the same thing later. The journey of minimalism requires you to be mindful of your needs, and the best way to go about it is to go slow. Number 5, understanding temptations. You won't become a minimalist overnight. And as with most endeavors, it's gonna take time and effort to make minimalism work. Purchase intentionally and not spontaneously is my mantra because I find myself falling into that rabbit hole every time. And especially with all these Diwali, New Year, and Christmas sales going on, it's almost impossible to resist. Identify the trigger. What is it that you're falling for? Is it the new clothing collection, or is it the new gadgets or games in the market? Or maybe it is the Facebook or Instagram that's leading you to purchase unnecessary items. Once you have identified, try to shift the focus towards things that are more ideal, like cooking a good meal, or reading a book, or doing some online courses. Number 6, learn to be grateful. During my initial days of starting minimalism, I was a bit anxious because I was not sure if I was happy. Maybe I used to measure the level of happiness with the number of items I bought. But being grateful for what I have, grateful for being healthy, grateful for having some great companions I could share those little moments in life with, automatically made me happy. So while meditating in the morning, I try to bring happy thoughts and tell myself what I'm grateful for. There is also some scientific evidence which states that expressing genuine gratitude on a daily basis can improve physical health by improving the quality of sleep, cardiovascular health, and immune function. So, what are you grateful for? Number 7, remember your whys. When you come back to your whys on a regular basis, you are checking in with yourself to see where you are at in your journey. Are you on track, or did you get lost and need to find your way back? If you don't remember, don't judge yourself. Simply allow yourself some time to figure it out. Minimalism does not only apply to decluttering your space or removing unwanted items from your home. It slowly starts to apply to other aspects in life, like relationships, work, or even your thoughts. And I call this the second stage of minimalism, or a life of quality. And I hope my tips will encourage you to reach the second stage of minimalism as well. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down below, and don't forget to like and comment. I will see you in my next video.